Good morning and welcome to the Forex Daily Update, brought to you by Pepperstone on Tuesday the 6th of March 2018. I'm Darren Sinden, and you can follow me throughout the day on Twitter by using @ds_Pepperstone. Right, let's take a look at overnight changes and price moves to be aware of. A relatively quiet session on the world's foreign exchanges yesterday, especially given the political news coming out of Europe. What I will just flag though are a couple of points here. First of all, the Aussie and Kiwi dollars both rallying against their American counterpart. Both the Aussie and the Kiwi have been under pressure over recent weeks. Maybe this is the turning point for the fortunes of those two currencies, so ones to watch there. Dollar Canada now seen in the forefront of any potential trade war between the US, its NAFTA trading partners, and the wider world. 1.5% to nearly 1.6% weaker, the Canadian dollar against the US dollar over the last week, and around 3.25% weaker over the month. So one to keep an eye on there, and I have to say that's probably the barometer of pain as far as trade wars are concerned at the moment. Lastly then, if you weren't aware already, I just wanted to draw your attention to the monthly changes that we've seen in Bitcoin and Ripple. Bitcoin is up by the best part of 50% over the last 30 days. Ripple itself up around 34.66% during that period. Right then, what's on the calendar? Events that may move the markets today. Relatively compact calendar today, but still plenty for us to be aware of and get our teeth into. First of all, we've already had British Retail Consortium like-for-likes retail sales data for February out of the UK. That figure coming in about 30% better than the consensus forecast. We've heard from the Reserve Bank of Australia with its March interest rate decision and rate statement report, and we'll look at that in a bit more detail momentarily. To come at 8:15 GMT, we'll have CPI data out of Switzerland, month on month and year on year for Feb. And then at 12:30, the first of today's central bank speeches, which come thick and fast thereafter. The Fed's William Dudley taking to his feet to speak, as I say, at 12:30 GMT. At 1500, we'll have US factory orders for the month of January, followed by IV Purchasing Managers Index data, PMI data for Canada for Feb. And then at 18:15, the MPC's member Andy Howday, the Chief Economist of the Bank of England, speaking. 21:35, Reserve Bank of Australia's Governor Philip Lowe is set to speak. And finally at 22:30, the FOMC member Brainard will be speaking as well. So 4 central bank speeches, plenty to pay attention to there over the course of the trading day. Right, breaking news and comment then that's caught my eye overnight. First of all then, the Reserve Bank of Australia keeps Aussie rates on hold at 1.5%. And that's where they've been since the summer of 2016. And the bank wants to see an improvement in wage growth and inflation before moving on rates. The RBA also said that it hopes for better GDP growth than was seen in 2017 in the Australian economy. Meanwhile, US officials have said that a formal announcement about trade tariffs on aluminium and steel are due in days. So it's not just the musings of President Trump. There is some substance to these ideas. And finally, the Geneva Motor Show opens today in its 88th year, and the show will feature launches from BMW, Jaguar, Lexus, Ferrari and McLaren, among others. Right, food for thought then, something to take away with you into the trading day and beyond, and why not think about this? Cross-border trade was the reason that FX markets came into being in the first place. And even today, global trade flows are a significant driver of FX price trends and trends in the underlying economies. But what finished goods do we trade in the most? Well, the table on the right shines a light on the answer to that question. And fittingly enough, with the motor show starting today in Geneva, it's cars that are the world's most widely traded goods. And you can see a variety of products listed here. Perhaps surprisingly that telephones are only coming in at number 9. This data was a couple of years old, so maybe they ought to be a bit higher up on the list. But you get the general gist of what we trade and where things are traded. It's a very interesting table to take a look at and take away with you into the trading day. Please take a moment to read the risk warning. Trading CFDs on margin can be a risky business. If you're in any doubt about trading CFDs or foreign exchange on margin and the risks involved, please do contact your Pepperstone account representative.